I think the hardest thing about the challenge for me is just the pure scale of it, especially with kayaking and cycling. These are two disciplines that I'm going to have to get the hang of pretty quickly, especially to cover the distances that we're doing. So me and my trainer Andy have been pretty flat out, cycling, kayaking. Obviously the cycling, I started off on a turbo trainer and I've built that up so I can cycle outdoors. All of the different elements of the challenge, it was basically like start from scratch, see where our baseline's at, and then just more distance, more time, higher intensity stuff, up in the game every single week, getting ourselves prepared for it.
So this is going to be a huge challenge for Billy. He's doing so many things for the first time, bigger distances than he's ever done. The motorsport is 40 minutes of intense work, whereas this is 4 days spread out, big movements. Mentally it's going to be a huge challenge. You know, the weather's not going to be great. He's going to be on his own for long periods of time, and it's just a case of getting his head down, really digging deep and just thinking of the bigger picture and why we're doing this in the first place.
Well, I think, to be honest, this challenge came to me at the perfect time because after sort of the first lockdown, and I knew I wasn't racing in 2020 because of COVID, it really affected my mentality. My walking was something that took a big hit because I wasn't out and about walking. I was at home in my wheelchair, sort of not really using my legs, put on a lot of weight. I hadn't been training at all, and I kind of looked at myself in the mirror and had that sort of self-reflective moment where I thought, this isn't right, this isn't who I am, I'm better than this. So I really have started from pretty much nothing in that sense.
With Billy, you get someone who's competitive, who's determined, who won't give up, who's resilient. He's had an incredibly tough journey over the last couple of years, but it's one that he's met head on. He's seen it as an opportunity to be a better person, to improve himself, to face challenges and take them as positives. So he's just that kind of guy. It's never a case with Billy of can I do this, it's always a case of how well can I do it, and that will come to the front on this as well.
So I kind of said yes in a quite quick fashion, and then after you say yes to something like that, you're like, okay. I tell Andy about it and he's kind of like, are you serious? Like, that's a massive challenge.
It was no surprise that he'd said yes straight away and then asked me afterwards. We're both of the same opinion that this is something you have to do. There's so much good that can come from it.
But during the course of the last few months training, we've been building it up day by day, and I think we've surprised ourselves in some elements of how quickly I've been able to progress. But yeah, it might have been enough more we can chew. I'll find out when I end up doing it.